mentality about how he goes about his business.
In terms of giving you answers in the blitz, he said that you're probably going to be a little more hot this season. How much do you want, the ability to kind of throw that way?
Yeah, I can't necessarily predict what's going to happen. I think the essence of what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish is create a foundation that is strong enough to withstand anything that comes.
Have you ever called another defensive coach before like that?
I've always tried to use my resources to my best abilities.
How about Fangio? How's that relationship going with him?
Yeah, I think with Coach, I know I've joked about the competitiveness between the two of us, but having those conversations with him and seeing what certain techniques defensive backs are playing and what his intentions are behind each play, what is he trying to take away, what is he vulnerable at, all of that is just an extra tool for me in my development and understanding where the voids are, so I can play better football.
Going back to JG, you mentioned when he was here, you would speak with him. Is that like a weekly thing for you? Is that just a check-in thing? Is that part of your normal process that you want to check in?
It's a natural thing. I think it's a natural thing. You have a feel and you go off of that feel.
What was the key piece of advice that Wink gave you that kind of you could take into this season?
I'm curious to see where is this coming from randomly, this Wink stuff.
There was a report from ESPN this morning that said you contacted him.
Before the Bucks game.
Something so long ago. Why is that relevant now?
I didn't write it.
First we heard it.
Out today.
Yeah.
Who wrote it?
I wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that relevant now?
Why is it relevant?
Yeah.
Trying to give proper context from what happened last season so we have a better understanding of where we are now.
Okay. Well, I think for certain things, I appreciate what you guys do and everything you guys bring to attention and sometimes the understanding. I think sometimes people are only able to know what they understand. Sometimes people don't know what they don't know. But in that regard, I think, where we are is you have reports and you have rumors and then you have reality. And, we're in reality right now. And we got different people doing different things and we have different responsibilities in their natural nature. But ultimately, we're just attacking it day by day. And this team is putting the best foot forward in effort and intensity. And it's really being a team and being together, and that's been my whole entire message, this whole entire training camp and this whole off season. And so, it's been a good journey so far. And I think, my natural nature is to because I don't know about, but my natural nature is to block out the external factors because I think it comes a point where sometimes you question so much and the negativity becomes redundant. So this team is one of those teams that's going to do that, especially with the things that we've been able to experience. And it is a proper development. It was a developing time. It was a time of development for us, and that's something we learned from.
The last time we, I'm sorry.
Did you drive Nick around the car?
Man, he was there. I had an open seat. Tell him come hop in. Yeah.
The last time we saw you play in the
Maybe I'll let you ride next.
The last time we saw you play in the preseason, you had a good drive, also took a late hit.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance those two things, the benefit and the downside in the preseason?
Well, one, I don't put I can't control that. I really can't control that. I put my energy towards what I come out here and do every day. And if my number's called on Friday, I'll go out there and play with the right type of intensity and play my game.
Is that important to you to go out there and, take what you've done so far in camp, pretty strong camp, and see how it transitions, against other competition?
Not necessarily. I think it's important for me to come out here and practice and really, push the threshold in terms of where we are as an offense and where my game is, and to continue to have those those talks and that dialogue with the coaches and Coach Kellen and Coach Doug. And so, like I've said already, I trust Mr. Lurie, and I trust Howard, and I trust Nick to lead us in the right direction with all these different things. And I'm just really focused on being the best player I can be, best leader I can be right now. That calls to play, that's what it'll be.
You spoke last week, or I guess you were asked last week about the lack of interceptions this camp, and Kellen said you're still able to be aggressive, and you've spoken in the past about trying different things
right.
this time of year. How are you doing? I guess you still feel like you're being as aggressive as you want to be in this camp?
Yeah,
Bucking
yeah,
the turnovers down?
absolutely. I think, I guess that's the optical thing to look at, but I'm not doing anything that I haven't done before, and I'm not chasing anything that I haven't achieved before. It's just a matter of leveling up, and then being better than I was. And so the goal is always to be better and take those steps. And you want to go out there and be efficient. You want to go out there, obviously take care of the ball, but you want to score touchdowns. And so certain things come with the natural nature of playing a position, and it's just kind of been one of those camps. I'm not putting too much into it. I just really want to be efficient as an offense and score points.
He said yesterday that he gave you props for kind of making more connections off the field. Have you been involved in these golf games? Is that something new for you to kind of try to build those connections?
I'm not a golfer. I hadn't got there yet. I was told not to golf by Mr. Lurie. Funny story. Talk about it another day. But I've been able to forge those connections in different ways, and it's just been a natural thing. I told you guys when I came here, and the intentions behind being able to build a rapport with some of those guys that I may not spend as much time with naturally. And we spend a lot of time here, but with those younger guys, those rookies, and then the free agent guys and the new guys that are coming onto the team and really developing some type of chemistry with them, because there has been a time in my experience, in my career, in last year, where you roll out there with, not the number one slate of guys, and so you want to have had forged a connection already with everyone, and that goes for quarterbacks, that goes for tight ends, that goes for running backs, that goes for everybody.
Let's take two more questions. Level of confidence that this new scheme will give you sufficient answers.
I think that's all determined on our focus and how we prepare, the dialogue we have, and ultimately everybody, being committed to it, truly being on the same page and doing their job, but just taking it day by day. You want to be able to say you're prepared to weather any storm that's going to come, and you got to have a strong foundation so you can be on a good track.
The other week he talked about the collaborative